This is Lavon, and we are in Lavon's kitchen again. And today I am going to make some pineapple mango salsa. And remember, we are still working on the series of cooking in large quantities, so I'm going to make a lot of mango salsa. So for instance, if you were using it on fish or chicken at a catering event or a party for people maybe 50 or more, you're going to need a lot of salsa. So we're going to cook a large quantity of salsa today. So in our pineapple salsa, our ingredients are pineapple, mango, jalapenos, cilantro, and onions. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to start chopping up some of my vegetables, and to make it easy, I'm going to put a lot of them in the food processor. However, I'm going to only put them in there for a second because I want my salsa to be chunky. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to chop up the pineapple first. I have some pineapple already cut up just to save time. So I'm going to chop up my pineapple first. I'm going to peel it. Put all of this in my garbage bowl. It'll be large chunks, and I'll put the large chunks in the blender and let it make smaller chunks. So we have our pineapple cut up for now. I'm going to peel my mangoes. They're nice and ripe, they're soft. So I'm going to peel my mango. And just use a regular potato peeler. There is a large seed inside, so what I'm going to do is cut a few pieces off of it. Cut around that seed. So get it nice and peeled. We'll slice some pieces off. Try and get around that seed. Hard in the middle. You can't really see it because it's white. It's hard to see it. So you try and slice around it. And when you get to a point where you can't slice, you know that's seed part. Okay. I'm not going to chop it up that small because it's going to go in the food processor. Okay. I'm going to finish peeling all of these. You don't have to put salsa on anything. It's so good. It's a sweet salsa. You can just use chips and eat it just with the chips. It's delicious just by itself. But you can always put it on fish or chicken. You can put it on pork, such as pork loin, pork chops. I like mine a little spicy, so as you can see, I've got 3 jalapenos that I'm going to use to make it a little spicy. So I have my mangoes cut up, my pineapples cut up, and what I'm going to do is go ahead and put those in the food processor and just chop those up a little. Put those in the bowl. Let's start with our mangoes. Good enough because I want them to be chunky. See how nice and chunky that is? have some big chunks. I'm gonna put those back in there that didn't get chopped up. Put those back in there. I'm gonna put my pineapples in here. Just a few of them at a time. If I put too many in here, you'll have the ones at the bottom of the food processor all chopped up, and the ones at the top will be just a bunch of big chunks. And in order to keep it going, it would start to make the ones at the bottom too small and mushy and more of a paste than chunky. That's why I'm only putting a little in here at a time. So, do a little more. There we go. So I'm going to blend up, cut up the rest, chop up the rest of these pineapples. Then we're going to work on our spicy stuff like our onions. Actually, onions are sweet. We're going to put our onions and our peppers. Got some nice big jalapeno peppers over here. Go. Next, our onions. And we're gonna put it all in the same food processor. We don't have to wash that out or anything because we're mixing it all. It's all going together. So put all of this in here. I'm going to use 2 onions, 2 large onions. That's in there. And I'm going to do the jalapenos with the onions. And when you cut up peppers, you want to take the seeds out, depending on how spicy you want it. Jalapenos are a spicy pepper. So if you want it to be really spicy, leave the seeds in. If you don't want it to be so spicy, take the seeds out. So this is what we're going to do. I don't want mine to be too spicy because I'm not the only one eating it. But if it were just me, I would leave some of the seeds in. So I'm going to take the seeds out. Okay, so as you can see, I have taken the seeds out of my jalapenos, and so I'm just gonna cut them just a little bit and let the food processor do the rest. Put those in there with the onions, and I'm gonna blend those up. Now that I do want to be small. I just want my fruit to be nice and chunky. This is perfect. Look at that. Yes. So put that in there. And the last thing we have to do is put our cilantro in there. I love cilantro. It gives such a fresh flavor. It has such a fresh flavor. So, we are going to take our cilantro. I've already rinsed it off. We're going to cut all the stems off and go through it a little because there's a lot more stems in there. Try and get most of those stems out of there. The freshness is in the leaves. That's what you want, the leaves. We have a few stems. We just don't want a whole lot of stems in there. Okay. So we're gonna put those in the food processor. And I've got another bunch. I'm gonna put those. Remember, we're making a lot of salsa. So so if you were to use 2 tablespoons of salsa for each piece of fish that you had, you'd have more than enough salsa for 50 to 75 pieces of fish, maybe even more. So we're just gonna fold it all in. Now, if you wanted a little bit more color, you could add some red peppers, or you could have used red onions. Look at that. Oh, it smells so good. I like to let mine sit overnight for 24 hours to let the flavors marry each other. And you talking about something good and fresh. It's sweet. It's a little spicy. It's so good. You see, there's a few big chunks in there, but that's okay. Like I said, I wanted mine to be chunky. Okay, so we are finished with our pineapple mango salsa, and there you go. And as you can see, it's chunky. You can see the onions, you can see the peppers, you can see the cilantro. The pineapple and the mango are the same color, but you see it in there. And we didn't put salt in it. If you would like salt on yours, you can, but the salt will make the pineapple go bad if it's in there too long. If you don't put the salt in there, this can stay in your refrigerator for a couple weeks. So I'm not gonna put a salt in it, but I do want to taste it. Oh my goodness. It's sweet. The onions are sweet as well. Oh my goodness. That's so good. I was gonna let this sit overnight, let the flavors marry each other, and it's always better the next day, but I think I'm gonna get some chips out tonight and just have me some chips and salsa. Again, I wanna say thank you for joining me in the kitchen, in Lavon's kitchen, on my cooking in large quantities series, and I will see you next time in the kitchen. Bye.